I maintain, and you know that I maintain, that I believe that I will never look back on my struggle with infertility and say, wow, I'm super glad that that happened to me. But I also believe that there are a lot of things that I have learned from it, that it has taught me about myself, and that I think that any struggle can teach anybody about themselves. For those who don't know me, my name is Shannon Wooten. I am a lifestyle infertility specialist, and I help women who feel disconnected from their bodies heal by owning infertility sucks, you do not. So I love more than anything being able to come to all of you and share my journey with all of you and share your journey with you for those that are willing and capable of speaking out. And it's truly humbling to me to be able to have this relationship and this one-on-one connection. And it means every single thing to me, everything. And because it means everything to me, it was a huge decision for me to start speaking out and sharing my journey with everybody and sharing what I've learned from it and what it has taught me, not only about myself, but how I was living my life and how I want to live my life into the future. And as a part of that, I was kind of like, do I want to be a life coach? Do I want to be a lifestyle specialist? Do I want to dub myself as that? And that was something that I needed to get beyond. That was something I needed to come to terms with. And very recently, I have been taking massive action in my business and in my life and in speaking out and being very conscientious about what I'm talking to you all about. And it's freaking me the fuck out. Like, it's a lot. It's bigger than me. It's huge commitment. And it is pushing me so far out of my comfort zone that it just really is like making me lose sleep. If I'm being honest with you. But I learned something from infertility. And the thing that I learned from infertility was the importance of being where I am in the moment. And how I learned that was in my struggle, I did everything I could to avoid it. I did everything I could to pretend it wasn't happening to me. I did everything I could to try and convince myself that I wasn't feeling as devastatingly drastic about my life as I was. And so it taught me the importance of being where I am, because I couldn't escape those emotions. I couldn't escape those feelings. And it's a very valuable lesson because I've always been the type of person that wants to, achieve great things and also not let other people see that I struggle. And infertility, if nothing else, taught me that I'm struggling. I was struggling really, really awful and bad, and I couldn't get a handle on it. And I was trying to escape all of those emotions because I didn't want anybody to see that I was struggling and that I was terrified and that I was trying every single thing I could to, reverse this diagnosis of you may never have children, but also not let other people see that unpretty, that unglamorous side of it. And so very recently, because I've been pushing myself so far beyond and outside of my comfort zone, I wanted to come to you and stress to you what I had learned from infertility. Yes, I maintained it. I will never look back on it and say, wow, I'm so glad that happened to me. I'm so glad I had surgery, took drugs that made my hair fall out, almost ruined my marriage in the process, because we were struggling with infertility and I couldn't face it. I could have done without all of that. I maintain that. But I also maintain that it's taught me a great many things about myself and about perseverance and about the importance sometimes of being where we are in our struggle. Because when we pretend that things aren't happening to us, we pretend that everything is okay. God, I hate that. I hate just like, oh, I'm okay. Like, you should be better than okay. And in order to get beyond these feelings and in order to embrace where you are, we need to get into them. We need to deal with them. And so in light of me taking massive action, I wanted to share with you that it's okay to feel freaked out, whatever your struggle is. If you're in the middle of it and you're feeling overwhelmed, make space for that, man. Make space for the overwhelm. Make space for the freak out, because clarity comes from that honesty. Clarity comes from saying, I'm freaked out right now. Clarity comes from saying, this is bigger than me. This is pushing me way beyond my comfort zone. This is more serious, more intense than I would really like to be today and for the next several days. But you pretending you're not, only magnifies it. I have learned it only makes it worse. Be freaked out, find the clarity from it. Also, stop anticipating and expecting that somehow you're supposed to have all the answers. I do this to myself all the time. Like, you need to figure this out. You need to get on top of it, Rose. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead if you've ever seen that. She says, I'm right on top of it, Rose. Like, I do that to myself with everything. You should have this figured out. You need to put the lid on it. You need to have all the answers. And I did that to myself with infertility too. I just dove straight in and was like, sure, I'll cut myself open. Sure, I'll take all these drugs. Sure, I'll spend thousands upon thousands of dollars and just fix the problem. And like I said, getting into this, pushing myself outside my comfort zone, taking massive action right now today, I have got to come to grips with, you can't have all the control all the time. You can't have all the answers all the time. And while that is very unsettling, and you can continue to, peel pieces away and nick away at the problem little by little, you cannot expect yourself to have the answer from jump all the time. You can work your way there. Like I said, trying to escape your feelings like they're somehow not going to affect you. Being where you are, allowing those feelings to come to the surface so you can understand them, that can help give you answers. But you can't realistically expect yourself to have the answers in any situation, whether it's a struggle personally, professionally, whatever it is, all the time. You just can't. And lastly, be patient, not paralyzed. I'm so guilty of this. When I get overwhelmed, I'm like, that's it, it's over, I'm dead. Like, turn me off, it's over. I do. I want to run in seclusion. Same thing with my struggle with infertility. That's it, I can't figure this out. No matter how much money, drugs, surgery, things we attempted to try and fix it, it didn't work. And because it didn't work, I just melted down internally and emotionally. I was like, that's it. I'm done. I can't be any more patient. So now I'm paralyzed. And you can't expect yourself to get anywhere good by saying it's either one or the other. Sometimes our awareness of what we're doing to ourselves and that we're trying to escape, it's that fight or flight syndrome. Like, oh, I don't have all the answers. I'm freaking out way too much. And this is taking too much of my time, causes us to be paralyzed. So I wanted to come to you guys today and talk to you about something I'm going through right now. I'm taking massive action in my life. And in my struggle, I was taking massive action too. And I wasn't getting anywhere. And in that moment, I was also not being where I was. I wasn't allowing myself to be overwhelmed. I wasn't allowing myself to be scared. And I wasn't allowing myself to be patient or honest about everything that I was going through. And so I want to encourage you guys to do all those things. Be self-aware, be patient, make space for however you're feeling in your life, and come to clarity through honesty. All right, guys, thank you for signing on. Throw me some hearts below if you like this video or leave me some comments. Don't hesitate to jump inside the group Infertility Sucks. You don't send me a request, I will approve it. Otherwise, be good to yourself, be where you are, and be easy. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Bye.